Hi, I'm Brittany,
And I'm Lindsay.
and we're not your average mamas. On this podcast, we'll dive into navigating the exciting and challenging world of modern motherhood.
Join us while we share our ups and downs as we tackle the everyday chaos of parenthood.
Whether you're a brand new mom or a seasoned parent, get ready for some real talk and plenty of laughter.
Being a mom is about doing it your way because let's face it,
You're not your average mama.
It's gotta be it.
So who's going to say?
Welcome to Not Your Average Mamas. This is episode 1, season 1 of our podcast. So, welcome, everybody.
Hello. We're a little excited.
Very excited. So a little bit about us and why we are talking in your ear holes. Hi, I'm Lindsay. I am in my mid-late 20s and I was born and raised in the Midwest. Right now I am working full-time in the fertility lab environment and I am a mom of a 2-year-old little boy and just got married like a month ago. My goal in life right now is to just create this business and have a great time with my best friend
Yeah, and sister-in-law.
and
Now
sister-in-law,
sister-in-law. She just married my brother.
soul sister.
Yeah, soul sisters for sure. I'm Brittany. I have been married to my high school sweetheart since, oh my gosh, it's been 12 years. I'm in my early 30s. I have 3 kids, ages 2, 5, and 7. 2 dogs, 3 guinea pigs. We got a full house around here.
Full zoo.
It is a zoo. I have a salon in my house and I work part-time. I've done hair for over a decade now. I don't need to specify the amount of years. It's been a long time. And we're both from the Minneapolis suburbs. Now, it's where we live now.
So that's just a little bit about us. We obviously are just taking this first episode to get to know you, to know us, and then hopefully we can get a bunch of people and get to know you. But to start off with some fun questions, what was the last good book you read?
It wasn't the last book, but one of the most memorable books I read recently is Verity.
That's a
Colleen
good one.
Hoover, I know she's kind of, people either love her or hate her, but that was, in my opinion, her best book.
It was definitely juicy.
What was yours? What was your best book you just
I'm knee deep in the ACOTAR, which for those who don't know what that means, it's a Court of Thorn and Roses series. I'm on the very last book right now, and
How many are there?
5, and they're all like super long except for the 4th book. That one's only 200 pages, but I've read so much right now. I'm in, what is it, A Court of Silver in Flames. So good.
She's passing him down, so that'll be my next big reading journey. But I had to take the month of October off of reading because spooky season is my heart and soul. So I definitely just spent the month watching horror movies instead of reading, actually. So,
You got to do what you got to do.
hmm
What is your favorite podcast to listen to right now? Obviously, this is your favorite one to record.
Oh, of course. And it's going to be my favorite one to listen to. No, my favorite is the Life Coach School podcast with Brooke Castillo. I am super inspired by her every single episode. Like, I feel like the first 10 episodes literally changed my life and my way of thinking. And I would love to become a life coach someday. It's one of like my personal goals. So maybe
Nice.
once my littlest is a little bit bigger, I can accomplish that.
Nice.
How about you?
Mine right now is a guilty pleasure podcast called Obituary with Spencer Madison. Every week they just bring me joy that I need. And we actually went to their live show when they were in Minneapolis and they were great. I just think that they're a wholesome pair. Like, I inspired to have their chemistry on a podcast.
Yeah,
So,
they are fun to listen to. It's not one of my top ones, but every time I do listen to it, I feel like I forget about it. Every time that I find it again, I listen and binge like 5, 10 episodes at a time.
yeah, they are great. What do you think the best show on Netflix is right now?
I'm almost finished up with The Fall of the House of Usher. I
Okay.
really love it. It's like 8 episodes, all inspired by Edgar Allan Poe stories. It's
Oh, that
so,
makes more
yeah, it's
sense.
kind of dark. And these, just a quick overview, there's like 6 kids in this family. They all have the same dad but different moms. And they're just all kind of shady and they all just start dying one by one. Spoiler alert, sorry.
I have watched a few episodes, but it was during spooky season, and we wanted it to be like as scary as the previous ones, like
Haunting of Hill House
yeah,
and
and it definitely is like spooky, but not as scary as that. But I love the storyline. We have to finish it.
yeah, it's not like scary, but it just has like an eerie feel to the show.
Yeah,
I love Haunting of Hill House though. I usually watch that every fall.
hmm
Like rewatch it.
for sure. I think mine right now is Virgin River.
That's so
um,
popular.
it
So many
is,
people love it.
and the part 2 of season 5 or whatever it is coming out in December. So I'm just in my mind, but I feel like right now, just in general, I'm obsessed with Gen V on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. That pops up every single time I
It's
open
so
up
good.
Amazon. They really want me to watch it, and now I'm feeling convinced.
It's really good. It has the superheroes. It has gore. It's definitely not family friendly.
That sounds like it's right up my alley.
So watch it after dark.
I
Otherwise,
can't watch anything in my house while my kids are awake because I feel like they would just sneak down and watch. Like they'd sit at the top of the stairs and just watch any scary thing I was watching. I wouldn't even know. So I have to wait till they're in bed and watch it in my room because I just don't trust them.
my child doesn't leave his room for some reason.
You
He doesn't
have
leave his
a
bed.
unicorn.
He really is. I'm terrified to have a second kid. What is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
That I'm a homeschool mom. People are usually surprised. Oh my gosh, did I not tell you?
No,
Oh, I decided to
dang
start 2 years ago.
it.
My oldest is only in first grade, so I'm a newbie, but we love it. And honestly, they're thriving. They are so happy. I always like check in, not that I'd necessarily just let them go to school, not that they can't, but I'm like, do you want to go to public school? Do you, wish you got to see friends every single day? And
Mhm.
they're like, no, they just love being home and being with each other. And then we have an awesome, awesome neighborhood with so many friends, so many kids, people. While we're recording this, there's literally at least 8 children under the age of 8 in this house. Most of them
So,
are toddler
yeah.
preschoolers.
So if you hear any big noises, we tried our best. We are hidden in a secret room with like sound absorbing pads. But if you hear any loud banging or screaming, it's just the children.
It's the children
The
because
children.
the Vikings game is on right now.
That
So
too.
all the dads, the neighbor dads, they're all upstairs watching the game. And so honestly, I'm slightly concerned of the situation of the children,
It's been
but
very quiet.
it's been a little too quiet the last, I'd say 10, 20
Hmm.
minutes, but we're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, We can
Exactly.
do some repair when we get up. I mean, there's
Exactly.
probably going to be glitter, glue,
Markers.
chips, popcorn, guinea pigs.
Missing guinea pigs
Always. We lost
every time.
Violet. My son is the middle and he's 5 and he loves his guinea pig so much. Violet is her name and we we lose Violet weekly. Like he just sets her down somewhere under a blanket and like I literally sat on her last week. I was like, "Whoa!" Like she's literally so much more sturdy than you would expect.
Yeah, we
So
could
she's fine. She's thriving.
all of a sudden we can do our new segment, episode 1, mom moments.
Oh yeah.
Number one,
Yeah, there you
you
go.
sat on your guinea pig and I fed my child oatmeal with cumin in it instead of cinnamon.
Ooh, a different spin,
A
like a
different spin.
savory type oatmeal.
Do you want your oatmeal to taste like tacos?
You know,
Just like a dash of cumin.
maybe if they're, I don't know. I've been on a new meal plan, and every morning I'm eating oatmeal, which I normally don't. And I have thought of some different ways I could jazz it. Could human be the missing ingredient?
It could be.
I'm going to ask your son.
He said, "No way, Jose. Take this back to the kitchen. Tell the chef they did an awful job."
As he should. I mean, they look so similar. Cumin
They
and
really do.
cinnamon. They even sound a
They
little
pour.
similar.
They pour out the same. They was the same brand. That was mistake number one. They was both from Walmart. They are in the same sized like containers and
Honestly, it could have
everything.
been cayenne pepper, so it could have been a lot worse.
Worse.
Cumin is a lot better than cayenne pepper.
But I felt really bad. But you know what? It happens. Mom moments happen.
I do. I have one last question for you. I have to
Oh
ask
yeah.
you, what is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
I'm a lonely child. I feel like my personality is that of with at least one sibling, but I am
I
an
didn't know that was a personality trait.
you can tell who's been through the hard moments, who got stepped on, or who was like the big kid
You're
in the
resilient,
family.
even though no one beat you up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm an only child and I don't wish that upon anyone. But if you're an only child, I understand the pains. It has its perks, it has its downfalls. It is what it is.
Yeah, and if you're a mom of an only child and you are a one and done family, more power to you because, man, that
It's so
is
hard.
next level parenting. I feel like I purposely had my second kid when my first one, I got pregnant with my second when my first one was like 8 months old because I'm like, you need a friend, you need someone to play with. And then I had three kids within 4.5 years, and honestly, they play so much. So you
Mhm.
parents of onlys, you're in the trenches. So good for you.
Yeah, I definitely try to make my 2-year-old play with himself. Try to have him play by himself.
An important clarification. It must have been made.
Gosh. Okay. Every day I say something stupid.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Okay, so to kind of just wrap up this first episode, it's really just a get to know you episode. But I think it's very important to kind of define what our goals are for this podcast. So, what are your goals for this endeavor?
I just want to build a community of badass moms and empower other moms.
Wrote that down. Verbatim.
Well, thank God we are on the same page because we're making the same podcast. So we have the same goal. I'm not into the self-deprecating mom. We're in the trenches of this kind of humor. And honestly, we are. And some days it really is like that. And probably a lot of the days it's like that, but that's one of the reasons we want to have like there's a kid coughing his lungs out on our door right now. Like on the door.
We have
Directly.
two doors. Two doors. They have to go through two doors to get to us. They just like came in, popped directly into the door, and then just left. I don't know.
Why are kids like that? So yeah, we're always in the trenches, of course, but I want to like make a podcast to like empower moms and just realize that we are doing the damn thing,
We are.
lift you up, talk about funny, fun stuff about being a mom.
Instead of like all the bad things. Because it can, like do you just, you have days. Everyone has days.
That's why we need a podcast like this so that you
Yeah,
can get a little pick me up.
exactly. We're here to pick you up.
Exactly, in
Um,
theory.
my goal is obviously pretty much the same. Also, I think we have different skill sets in life, and I love always learning and listening. And I think people can learn from us. Our dream is to have interviewees on the podcast. So, like, learning from other moms and just, I don't know, getting educated all the time from all different minds. I also want to just create a platform with my best friend, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can inspire more people to just change their lives and live it in a better way. Because
Intentionally.
yes, and I think you can get bogged down by all of the negativities that life can throw you. So being able to kind of spin it into something good is a big goal, and I hope we inspire you to do that. If you do want to be on our podcast, we would love to interview you. You can email us at notyouraveragemamaspodcast at gmail.com. We will link that in the show notes below. But I think that's a wrap for our very first podcast. We didn't giggle for 20 minutes this time.
Yeah, we did try to record last week. I have one other thing to add.
Go for it.
If you have any hilarious mom moments of your own, please email us those and we would love to read
And
them.
let us know if we can use your name.
So if you have any just cool life skills, cool things that you'd love to share with other women and moms specifically, email us. We'll get back to you. And also any funny mom moments that you've had throughout the week.
Tell us our mom moments. Ask us some fun questions too.
Before we officially wrap up, I want to leave my funniest mom moment of the week. Yesterday, again, my son, the 5-year-old, he loves watching these YouTube kids, of course, like people do. And there's this little girl. He's like, Mom, watch this funny show. It's so funny. Dancing to affirmations. And her dad the whole time is going, A, A, as she's like singing her affirmations. And at the end, Judah's like, oh, her dad was giving her A pluses. Okay. Have a great day. Have a great
week.
Whatever. It's Sunday today.
We don't know when we're going to post.
We have no clue.
We
but
have no clue about a lot of things, but we're going to do the damn thing.
Let's just figure it out together, guys. And we already love you.
We do. Have a great week.
Bye.